2014, the year of next-gen remakes, major letdowns, and day one patches. Now this is my top 10 games of 2014. This is a personal list of mine. There are some games I didn't play because I don't own a Wii U. Bayonetta 2, Smash Bros, and Mario Kart, all great games. I didn't get a chance to play The Last of Us Remastered, and because I am only one man with only two hands that can play video games, there is one major title that I didn't get a chance to play this year that would have probably made the list, and that is Dragon Age Inquisition. Other honorable mentions that didn't make the list: Geometry Wars 3, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Watch Dogs, Metal Gear Solid 5, Far Cry 4, and GTA 5 for the Xbox One or PS4. So let's get started with the countdown, and if you disagree, which I'm sure many of you will, feel free to let me know in the comments down below what your favorite game of the year was. Coming in at number 10 is Titanfall. Titanfall did a lot of unique things with its character movement as well as its Titan-on-Titan combat, and it handled Titan versus pilot combat very well. I enjoyed the game quite a bit, although it didn't have as much of a staying power as I would have liked. I played the hell out of it for about a week or two, and I know a lot of other people did. I was perfectly okay with it not having a single player story, and I really enjoyed it, which is why it comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, I have Child of Light due to its unique and beautiful art style, great music, good storytelling, and laid back but satisfying combat system. I really enjoyed my time with this game, and it's at the perfect price point for people looking to pick it up, which is why I recommend it, and it came in at the spot it did. At number 8, I have Destiny, which most gamers would probably classify as their biggest letdown of the year. However, I didn't personally hype it up for myself that much, and on the surface, Destiny is a game with amazing gameplay, but a lot of the other stuff surrounding that gameplay is unfortunately not that amazing. The story sucks, some of the inventory and the way things work is not that great either. There is farming, which is hit or miss depending on the person, but the gameplay itself is incredible. The guns, I like them a lot, they feel unique, and there's a lot of different aspects of the game that I'm really enjoying. Although again, there's not that much depth or content in there to support that amazing gameplay. So it's only in at number 8, although I would have loved for it to be higher, and if they did implement a really good story, and if they did ship the game that they wanted to ship, it probably could have come in at number 1. For number 7, I have Metro Redux, and if you ever want to port over a game onto the next generation of consoles, this is how you want to do it. Metro Redux offers 2 games for the price of 1 with significant changes made for the new generation of consoles. If you've never played a game of this series, this is definitely a great entry point, and the Metro series is known to be one of the most atmospheric and engrossing shooter series of recent years. I especially enjoyed my time with Metro 2033 and recommend this unique single-player shooter to anyone who hasn't tried it. At number 6, I have Middleearth: Shadow of Mordor because of its beautiful graphics as well as its great combat system. The game also does a great job at telling the story, although it has an extremely unsatisfying and disappointing conclusion. And there was a little bit of a disconnect for me personally because I'm not necessarily that into the Middle-earth lore. But in terms of long-lasting and fulfilling single-player only action-adventure games, this is the top of the heap. I highly recommend it for those who like the genre, and that's about all I have to say about it. Coming in at number 5, I have South Park: The Stick of Truth, which is a game that felt like it took forever to launch because of constant delays and pushbacks. However, the final product was extremely satisfying. The game did an absolutely fantastic job at representing the show through its artistic and comedic vision. The result was an absolutely hilarious game with a surprisingly good turn-based combat system. This game was made for the fans and should be loved by the fans. It is a great game that is set out to make you laugh, and it should succeed. Unfortunately, at number 4, I have Halo, the Master Chief Collection, which could have easily taken the number 1 spot had it been working for the first 3 or 4 weeks that it launched. This game offered us all 4 Halo single-player experiences for the price of 1, including a remastered version of the Halo 2 game. Halo 2 was beautifully redone, and the cutscenes were absolutely spectacular. However, a bunch of bugs and glitches paired with the Xbox Live outages made for an unpleasant and unenjoyable experience at times. Now don't get me wrong, I still absolutely love this game, but I think it still could have benefited from being held back for a couple of months, and that was extremely evident on the multiplayer side of things, where most players were unable to play almost at all for the first 2 or 3 weeks. So because of how unplayable the game was at its launch, unfortunately it's coming in at number 4 for me personally. At number 3, I have Sunset Overdrive, which actually did a lot of great things in my opinion. The traversal felt absolutely great, the map design was incredible, the game was just flat out fun, and I found myself laughing. Put all 4 of those together and you have a great combination. The controls were well done and I had an absolute blast roaming around Sunset City looking for collectibles as well as finding new missions and side quests to do, although it was a little bit heavy on the fetch quests. With 30 hours of single player entertainment plus a great online experience, I highly recommend this game. You can watch my full review on my channel where I talk more about it, but more or less if you're looking to have a great time with good controls, great graphics, a colorful game that's going to make you laugh, this is going to be it this year. Coming in at the second spot is the best shooter of the year, and surprise, surprise, it was Wolfenstein The New Order. Now, many people are going to disagree with me, but that's totally cool. Here's why Wolfenstein was the best game of the year. Graphically, it looked amazing, and it stood out as one of the truly next-gen looking games of the year. When you pair those graphics with the over-the-top style and fun of Wolfenstein, you're in for a great package. Dual-wielding shotguns, no problem. Dual-wielding machine guns, again, no problem. The game is simply over-the-top fun and even has a built-in stealth mechanic which works surprisingly well. Wolfenstein is the definition of old-school first-person shooter fun, brings back memories, and I recommend this game for sure, especially if you grew up in the late 90s playing first-person shooters. My personal #1 game of 2014 was Forza Horizon 2. In my opinion, Forza Horizon 2 was the perfect storm of everything going right for a game and it resulting in an absolutely incredible experience. Every aspect of the game was incredible and it felt extremely well polished. Graphically, the game is incredible. The music in the game, absolutely incredible. The sound of the vehicles, again, incredible as you've come to expect from Forza Horizon. The return of the Drivatar is welcome, as in my opinion it is one of the most game-changing features to be added to a racing game in the last 10 years. The sense of speed was great, the variety of events was great, the variety of cars was great. There was a lot of different events to keep the hardcore Forza fans coming back for more and playing for a long time. With the addition of dynamic weather and earning money at a reasonable pace, this game is a dream come true for arcade racing fans like myself. Which is why, in my opinion, this is my personal #1 game of 2014. Thanks for watching through my entire video. I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about my personal choices, which I wasn't even sure if I was going to post this year because the games didn't really organize themselves in a top 10 manner as well as previous years, where it was a little more clear and it was easier to decide and rank them. It was a little bit harder this year because there was a lot of different genres and there was a lot of games that were very, very in depth, and it was hard for me to get a good sense of them just playing them for 20-30 hours. A lot of them called for like 40-50 hours to get a real sense of the game. So it was very difficult for me this year. For next year, I also hope to add an awards video where I give certain awards to certain games. For example, if there was an award for the most underappreciated game of 2014, I probably would personally give the award to The Crew, as I thought it was a really good game as long as you were willing to put the hours into it. But a lot of people just threw it off as, oh, it's another racer, it's not as good as Forza. A lot of people didn't really pick it up and it didn't really gain that much traction. Unfortunately, I don't think it did that well in reviews either, but I thought it was a decent racer, especially if you're willing to put the hours into it and upgrade your car far enough in order to get the best of what the game has to offer. Also, before signing off, I want to tell you guys about Loot Crate, which is a Geek and Gamer subscription box. You can save 10% off by using the link in the description as well as the coupon code. You save some money and it also helps the channel, so it's a win-win. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe if you want. You probably don't want to, but if you do, it would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Peace!